Prince and the Pauper, last part of the novel, conclusion, justice and retribution. Uh, no question will appear out of this chapter, but still we have to know the story for our reading pleasure. When the mysteries were all cleared up, it came up. It came out by confession of Hugh Hendon that his wife had repudiated Miles by command that day at Hendon Hall. Right. Now that plot regarding Miles Hendon at Hendon Hall is revealed here. All mysteries, all secrets were all cleared up when it came out by confession of Hugh Hendon. Hugh Hendon confessed. He reveals everything himself that his wife had repudiated. His wife repudiated. It means rejected Hendon's identity at Hendon Hall by his command, by his order that day at Hendon Hall. A command assisted and supported by perfectly trustworthy promise. It was a command that supported by trustworthy promise. If she did not deny or repudiate, deny, reject Hendon, that he was Miles Hendon and stand firmly to it, he would have her life. He would have her life. Hugh Hendon commands or threatens Lady Edith that if she does not deny Miles Hendon's identity, he would kill her. Whereupon, that moment she said, take it. She said, kill me. She did not value it because she did not have any value in her life. And she would not repudiate. She would not deny or repudiate, reject Miles. Then the husband said, finally, he said, he would spare her life. He would not kill her, but have Miles assassinated. He would kill. Assassinate means kill. He would kill Hendon, Miles Hendon. This was a different matter. So she gave a word. So she promised to deny Hendon's identity. Now it is clear that Lady Edith already identifies Miles Hendon, but she is commanded not to do so. If she does, Miles Hendon will lose his life. Right now, everything, those secrets, mysteries are now revealed. He was not prosecuted, punished. Prosecuted means punished for his threats or stealing his brother's estates and title because the wife means Lady Edith, and brother would not, brother means here, Miles Hendon would not testify, give evidence against him. Lady Edith and Miles Hendon never agree with the punishments for Hugh Hendon. Therefore, he was not punished. And the former means Lady Edith, would not have been allowed to do. Lady Edith is not allowed to do, even if she had wanted to. Hugh deserted his wife. Hugh Hendon gives up, divorced his wife, Lady Edith, and went over to the continent. He went to Europe continent. It means France or Spain or some country like that continent, where he presently died. There Hugh Hendon died. And by, Earl of Kent married his relict. Underline, Earl of Kent means Miles Hendon. Finally, Miles Hendon married his relict. Relict means the most valuable asset, that is Lady Edith. They get married. There were grand times, great celebrations, rejoicings at Hendon village when the couple paid their first visit to Hall. Now, finally, Miles Hendon receives everything he lost with the help of the prince, the king. Tom Canty's father, it means John Canty, was never heard of again. He is missing forever. The king sought out the farmer. This farmer is Yokel. You may remember when the prince is with the tramps, there was a good farmer who helped the prince. The king sought out the farmer, Yokel, who had been branded and sold as a slave, and reclaimed him, provided him, or saved him. Reclaimed means saved him from his evil life, bad life with the ruthless gang, and put him in the way of comfortable livelihood. Now, Yokel is given back everything he has lost. This is justice. Now, theme of this chapter is justice and retribution. Retribution means punishment. Now, evil characters are punished. Good people are given justice. Now, one theme of this novel, justice and retribution. Good people are rewarded. Evil people are punished. He also he provided good homes for daughters of the two Baptist women. You may remember two daughters of the Baptist women. Now these women were burned to death. The prince witnesses this when he is at prison, whom he saw burned at the stake and roundly punished. And prince also punished the official, those prison officers who laid the undeserved stripes. Undeserved. Undesired stripe means whipping, lashing upon Miles Hendon's back. Now you can remember the day at prison. Now in this way, the prince helps every innocent person who he meets in his wide traveling, in prisons, in the streets, in villages. This is justice, and along with this justice, there is retribution, punishments. He saved from the gallows. Gallows means killing, death. He saves from death the boy who had captured a stray falcon. Falcon means eagle, who had stolen an eagle. And also the woman. He also saved the woman from death who had stolen remnant of cloth. Remnant of cloth means piece of cloth from a weaver, maker. But the prince was too late to save. He could not save the man who had been convicted. Convicted of killing, charge of killing a deer in the royal forest. He showed favor to the justice. Prince also favored, supported the good justice who had pitied him, showed him sympathy when he was supposed to have stolen a pig. When the prince is caught on the charge of stealing a pig, it is this justice who saves, justice and that good woman who saved his life. And he had the gratification, thankfulness for seeing him. Gratification means showing some thanks and respect, and seeing him, to see him grow in public esteem, grow in public honor. Esteem means honor, and become a great and honored man, good man one day. Now in this way, the prince, now the king, performs justice and also retribution on the good and the evil. It is one of his promise. Okay, let's write down. Conclusion, justice and retribution. This chapter mainly depicts the theme of justice and retribution. Justice and retribution. Good people are rewarded. Good people are rewarded, and the evil people are punished. Evil people are punished. This justice and retribution, this justice and retribution is a prince's promise to himself. A prince's promise to himself promise to himself as a beggar boy. As a beggar boy who experienced how the innocent are, who experienced how the innocent are, how the innocent are punished, oppressed, or double PRE, double SED, oppressed by the rich and the powerful, by the rich and the powerful. Next paragraph. Miles Hendon receives. Miles Hendon receives everything he lost along with his lover, Lady Edith. Along with his lover, Lady Edith. The slave yokel, the slave yokel receives his land, receives his land and is made a good person. Is made a good person. In this way, the prince saves. The prince saves many innocent persons. Many innocent persons. Many innocent persons from death. From death. He continues a merciful ruling. He continues a merciful ruling until his death. Until his death. Unfortunately, the good king does not live long. Unfortunately, the good king does not live long. Does not live long. To rule the country. As a young boy, he leaves the world. He leaves the world leaving behind a good name of a good king. And only Tom Canty and Miles Hendon live. Only Tom Canty and Miles Hendon live to be old people to tell the princess story. To tell the princess story. Go to page 266. Right. Last paragraph. 266, last paragraph. Tom Canty lived to be very old man, a handsome white-haired old fellow. This is Tom Canty's old age. White-haired old fellow of grave, benign aspects, with good looking. Benign aspects means very helpful, supportive, kind-hearted. Benign means kind-hearted aspect. As long as he lasted, he was honored. Tom is always an honored person. He was also reverenced, respected for his striking and peculiar costume, his special costume, because the king gives him a special costume, royal costume. The people remain reminded, people told that in his time he had been royal. So wherever he appeared, the crowd fell apart. People uh, showed him respect, making way for him, giving him way, welcoming him, and whispering, speaking to one another, doff thy hat, remove your hat, it is the king's word. And so they saluted Tom, got his kindly smile. Tom gives him kind smiles in return. They valued it, people loved it, for this was an honorable history. His was, Tom has very honorable history. Yes, King Edward VI lived only a few years, but Edward, he dies very young after a few years of his coming into power. Poor boy. But he lived them worthily. Uh, worthily means importantly, valuably. More than once, when some great dignitary, when some great person, or some gilded vessel, some rich vessel means duke or earl of the crown, made argument against his leniency, his sympathy. Some people had arguments against the prince's sympathy, mercy, urged that some laws which he was bent upon amending, that prince was amending means changing, was gentle enough, too gentle for its purpose, for the punishment, and wrote, it brought no suffering, no pain or oppression, which anyone need mightily mind. Now, some people comment that prince's punishments are not, laws are not stringent or strict. They are too lenient, they are too soft for the crime. But the young prince or king turned a mournful eloquence, made a mournful eloquence, dissertation or speech of his great compassionate eyes, with his merciful eyes, and answered, what dost thou know? These are the words that king often speaks until his death. What dost thou know? What do you know of suffering and oppression? What do you know suffering and oppression? You do not know anything. I know, my people know, but not thou, but you do not know. Now, the king often speaks these words when he lived. The reign of Edward was singularly, really merciful one for those harsh times. According to those difficult times, harsh means difficult times, now that we are taking leave of him, now we leave, writer says, let's leave and try to keep this in our minds. Let's keep his character in our mind to his credit, to honor him. Now, in this way, the novel comes to end uh, with the death of Edward. Okay. Then write down theme of the novel. The theme of the novel. Theme or themes. Plural. Better write plural because there are few themes. Write down first theme. Theme. The theme of appearance and reality. The theme of appearance and reality. Write down. It is a major theme. It's a major theme occurring, O-C-C-U-R-I-N-G, occurring throughout the novel. What appears is, next sentence, what appears is not always the reality and truth. What appears is not always the reality and truth. T-R-U-T-H. Reality and truth. Reality and truth. This theme is conveyed. This theme is conveyed especially through the characters of the prince and Tom Canty. Tom Canty. Tom Canty. After exchanging clothes, the prince appears. The prince appears like a beggar boy, but it is not the reality. It is not the reality. He is a prince, a royal character. Royal character. Full stop. Tom Canty appears like a prince. Tom Canty appears like a prince. Appears like a prince in the princely costume. But he is really a beggar. He is really a beggar. He's really a beggar. A person's appearance is mainly brought about or affected. Person's appearance is mainly affected by the clothing, clothing, clothing. A special dress code, a special dress code, DRESS, dress code, CODE. A special dress code gives a person a unique appearance, UNIQUE, unique appearance and identity. Unique appearance and identity. Full stop. The prince is a prince, comma. The prince is a prince, comma. King is a king, and beggar is a beggar. Beggar is a beggar because of their clothing. Because of their clothing. After exchanging clothes, after exchanging clothes, the prince often says, the prince often says, that he is a king, but no one believes. In prince's clothing, Tom often says, Tom often says, he's a beggar boy, but no one believes. No one believes. No one believes. Therefore, appearances are always, therefore, appearances are always deceptive. 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 Next one, next theme. The theme of love and hatred. The theme of love and hatred. Go on, write in. The characters of the novel. The theme of love and hatred. The characters of the novel. Can be really grouped into GROUPD, grouped into two categories. CATEGORIS. One group represents love and mercy. The other group represents hatred and jealousy. Hatred and jealousy. The prince, Tom Canty, Father Andrew, Tom's mother, Miles Hendon, represent love and mercy. love and mercy. There are many other minor characters. There are many other minor characters who are loving and merciful. Loving and merciful. On the other hand, on the other hand, on the other hand, there are a few characters there are a few characters who harbors, Harbors, who harbors hatred and jealousy, hatred and jealousy. They are King Henry, the hermit, the hermit, Hugh Hendon, Hugh Hendon, John Canty and his mother, John Canty and his mother, and also and also the tramps and wicked officers of the royal regime, wicked officers of the royal regime, regime. However, at the end, at the end, the loving people are rewarded. And hateful people are punished. Next theme, the theme of the rich and the poor. The theme of the rich and the poor. Write down. There are two distinct distinctive. There are two distinctive social classes. Social classes. Social classes. The rich class and the poor class. Rich class and the poor class. The aristocrat, aristocrat, the aristocrat related to the royal regime, related to the royal regime, 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 belong to the rich class, and all other people, and all other ordinary people like Tom Canty belong to the poor class. Belong to the poor class. The rich class enjoys all privileges, privileges, all privileges of society, all privileges of society. They have money, power, and luxurious life. Luxurious, luxurious life. And their children have access, access to education, access to education. The poor class have no social privileges. The poor class have no social privileges. And they are often oppressed. And they are often oppressed by the rich, by the rich, by the rich. Next one, the theme of justice and retribution. For writing in the novel, in the novel, in the novel, evilness, evilness is is well manifest. Evilness is well manifest against the innocent, against the innocent and powerless, against the innocent and the powerless, powerless, powerless. The prince, the prince, after becoming the King of England, he delivers justice to the innocent people, to the innocent people who have been oppressed, who have been by oppressed by the powerful people. For example, for example, Miles Hendon. Miles Hendon receives his justice. Receives his justice justice. His wicked brother Hugh Hendon is punished. Is punished. Is punished. There are many other examples that support this theme. That supports this theme. Right. That is the end of the discussion on themes. Next session, we will discuss some characters. Some main characters, their qualities, their characteristics. We'll make an analysis of them.